A lot of great things happening at the Y, and with that in mind, we welcome back to the program Ruth Comer from the YMCA, and exciting news involving the Y up in Ankeny, right?
Very good news. If you might remember, I think we've talked about it on the show, June 30th, flooding in Ankeny, about 11 inches of rain where we were. The Ankeny Y took on a substantial amount of water damage, and we've been really challenged since then to get back in business, and as of last week, back open in Ankeny.
Which is wonderful news, because there were questions. As we've talked about in the program, we always said there will be a Y in Ankeny in some fashion, but we didn't know what that was going to be. But we're so happy to hear the doors are back open, but we want to know in what capacity. So we have Executive Director Dan Birch joining us this morning. So tell us about the Y in Ankeny and how it looks right now.
It looks a little different, first and foremost.
Oh, really? Okay.
It does, a little bit different, but we're functional. The most important thing is we've had to adjust and change some things around the facility to make accommodating to our guests. So, you know, what used to be our Group X room was ripped out because of the wood flooring and the damage to the floor. We've actually changed that into like our free weight room. What used to be our free weight room now is now the group exercise room. So those type of accommodations, and we've got the second floor pool up and running as well for the swim team to start up next Tuesday.
Oh wow, so coming up pretty quick. And we're seeing some of the devastating photos from what happened with all of that rain and damage. As many of us, I mean, we're never going to forget because it devastated so many areas around the area. But how important was it to get the Y?
Oh, it was critical. You know, just every day that was going by, we're hearing from more and more people that just the amount of impact that this facility, this branch, and the people inside of it have on the community was just a great thing for us to move forward with. We knew we wanted to get back, and it took a little bit of time, and we're happy to be back. It's been a great couple days or week here now, and looking forward to our future.
Now, we had, what, 11 inches up in that area. How many inches of water did get into the facility itself? Did you guys ever get a mark somewhere?
Yeah, we're looking anywhere from 2 to 6 inches. And so that was the toughest thing of trying to work around and what to fix between walls and equipment and stuff, because we've had to repair a lot of the equipment.
Did you have to rip the walls all out because of the possibility of mold?
Yeah, there was portions of the wall that were ripped out. So between last Thursday when we were announced we were coming back in, we had literally 6 days to go in and start fixing some of that stuff.
When did you guys get in there to start making the repairs from when it happened on June 30th? Were you guys there the next day trying to get things ready to go?
We had a restoration mitigation company in on Monday of that following week, because I believe the rain fell in on a Saturday. So Monday was the earliest they can get in, which we were thankful to get in because of how busy and needed they were throughout the metro area.
Now, you mentioned the word community. Was the community coming together to kind of make sure this project was even happening?
Absolutely, yeah, it was phenomenal. I would say at any one point in time we had between 15 and 30 people.
Oh, wow.
We had all sorts of volunteers throughout the community, different organizations, corporate organizations coming over and just sending help. So we had about 8 or so trash bins that we were filling up with just stuff that was damaged that we had to throw away at the time.
Wow. And it has to make you feel good, Ruth, seeing how the community is embracing the Y and trying to get it back together.
It does. I mean, our staff has been fantastic, just working tirelessly to do this, but we can't say enough about our members and the support we've had from members up there. You know, you'd think your fitness facility is closed for 7 weeks, and you just say, well, I'll just go somewhere else, you know, but by and large, the majority of members said, we're going to stick with you. You know, the Y is more than a gym to us. It's our community, and the Y kept going in the community with day camp, didn't miss a day of day camp.
Oh, wow.
They found a new location and opened up on Monday. Swim team kept practicing, kept competing, because, you know, the Y is just so much more than a place you go to work out in Ankeny, and our members really came through and demonstrated that.
As we talk about all the time on this program, how it's so much more than just a place to work out. So what can people do, or what are you still working on when it comes to the YMCA?
Yeah, so we're still working on a plan to actually have the branch itself refurbished or refinished at some capacity. Because there is an agreement between us and the Ankeny Community School District, it is a little bit longer of a process, but so far things have been very, very good in working in that process to get that done. So we don't have an exact timeline on when that's going to get done, but as soon as you do, we're going to let the community know that that time frame when we go.
But your plans are to stay in your location?
Yep, the plans are to stay in that current location.
And I'm glad you brought that up. In case people are hearing, oh, you guys are open, you're happening, remind us exactly where you are in Ankeny.
Yeah, so we're at 1102 North Ankeny Boulevard. We are just, we're connected on the south, what would be the southwest corner of Northview Middle School.
Okay.
So what's the next big project at that location that you're going to tackle? What really needs to be worked on right now that you might need some assistance with?
Yeah, the next big thing is just we have a lot of furnishings that are gone. So that's the biggest thing we're working. I think some of us are working on the floor, to be honest with you. We're just trying to find some furnishing, some desks, some tables, some chairs, just to kind of bring it back to life more so than it is already, and just moving forward.
Wonderful. But members, you are allowed to come in and do your workouts and get
Members
taken care of.
Members can come in and talk and socialize, and it's home again. And that's the most important thing. Is that's what we've heard all week. Is we're back home. Thank you so much for working the way we did. And
now, is there any more work that needs to be done to the facility itself that you might need some assistance with, or is most of the hard work done now?
Most of the hard work is done. What needs to be done right now is just up to construction crews to come back in and put back flooring in and carpet, things like that. And again, that's part of that agreement we have with the school district, is to work on that and move forward.
Absolutely. If people want more details or they just have some questions about what's happening at the Y in Ankeny, is there a specific number they can call or a place they can go check out?
Yeah, they can check out our webpage,
okay.
That's where we're updating most of our information, just on our webpage. And they're happy to call if they need be. And we're happy to answer any of those questions. We're trying to keep that webpage up to date as best we can, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
wonderful.
but Ruth, we do know that the Ankeny Y was down for a while. You said 7 weeks. But the one thing that people have to keep in mind is while that Y was down, if you were a member of the Y in Ankeny, you had a bunch of different options too, right? Tell us about the other options.
7 other branches.
7 other.
You belong to one, you belong to all of them. And so many members did do that, visited other branches. The swim team went downtown to the pool at the Wellmark YMCA.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, lots of room down there in that pool. And swam there. Now they're getting back in their pool. It's still a construction site, so we want people to make sure that they know it's not finished. It's still under construction, but in the meantime, we're open for business.
Now, you probably found some members that were checking out other Y facilities and seeing all the different amenities that those locations have too.
Yes, yeah. They were going downtown, I think is probably the closest branch for Ankeny, but really all throughout the metro area, wherever people happen to work or be, they were stopping into the Y. And so our other Ys were really supportive and helpful in helping those Ankeny members become acclimated to temporary circumstances before they move back into their regular home.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. Well, wonderful news this morning with the YMCA, especially with the Ankeny branch. We appreciate you updating us on the latest and all the hard work you're doing of making sure that was successful in reopening a week ago. Ruth, as always, it's not just the Y, it's so much more, and it's a part of the community, and you guys are always giving back and having wonderful events and opportunities for our community. If people want more details, where should they go?
dmymca.org. Find it all right there.
Pretty simple.
Perfect.
That is.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations on getting the show up and running again in Ankeny. Wish you many more years of success.
Yeah, especially when you're seeing images like that. It's absolutely incredible what you've been able to do, so congratulations.